January 11th update. Raz here is 293 days in full, and no, she is not our first mare due. However, she has been the most progressed. Let's check her out and see what she's got going on. Body shape wise, I don't think we have a whole lot of difference. She usually gets a whole lot more dropped off than this. The head of the tail, which is like this area, stick up, and then the muscles here will relax. As far as udder, let's see what we get. Oh, that's a lot more, Raz. Dang. Okay. You can see though that the nipples are still pointing towards each other. They're actually touching each other. This has been progressing very quickly. And sometimes the most important difference to watch for when a mare is getting close is change. Change is oftentimes more important than wherever they actually are. So meaning that when they are progressing quickly, that oftentimes means a lot more than actually the size of the bag. On the last post with her, when I showed you guys her bag, a lot of people asked if I was concerned and if I should put her on Regimate or if there's a chance she has placentitis. And yes, there's always a chance of placentitis. However, this is not anything that I am concerned about. This is very normal. We see mares do this all the time, even around 280, 290, definitely around 300 where they start bagging up. We have tons of mares that foal around 305, 310, and the babies are perfectly fine. And then I've had ones foal at 340 and the babies were dismature and needed more help than one at 305. The biggest thing that I always tell people who are new breeders or that just are unfamiliar with foaling minis is that you need to not pay so much attention to the number of days. And so it's very, very important to not get misled by the number of days gestation they are. We only say it just so that we know which ones to start keeping a closer eye on. But in all reality, we watch all of them. And if you guys have been around for foaling seasons with me before, you may remember my saying that I always say, and I coined, which is the most predictable thing about a pregnant mare is her unpredictability. So the second mare due is actually Raz's daughter. This is Sparklez. Now Sparklez is actually due 10 days before her mother, but Sparklez typically goes very, very early. So let's see what she has going on. Okay, so she's just now starting to get a little bit of a bag. Very, very tiny amount. 203 days. I'm shocked. I'm shocked. You typically go earlier than that. Proves my point. As soon as you start thinking you know what you're doing, and you know when they're gonna go, that's when they'll fool you. Sparklez will typically get extremely dropped off here. She actually looks a little dropped off now, but that's relatively pretty close to what Sparklez looks like normally. But just remember, this is our first ditto baby, so it's very, very special. I need you to give me warning. Thank you. And then we have Miss Nkredible. This actually is the first mare due. Nkredible is in full to envy. She is at 304 days, 0 bag. I'm way okay with that, Nkredible. I'm so sure you had to poop right here. That's your update on this beautiful Sunday evening. Let me know if you have any questions and stay tuned. Babies are coming.